the Mifflin Bulldogs. We the Mifflin Bulldogs. We the Mifflin Bulldogs. We the Mifflin Bulldogs.
Mifflin. Mifflin Bulldogs gon' fight to the end. Bulldogging through all the competition. Piling up W's is the mission. We got competition.
Good morning, Mifflin Middle School. This is Miss Colson, and today is Monday, February 22nd, 2021. And we are coming to an end of the month of February. This month has flown by. I'm like, wow, where did this month go? We know we had 3 weeks almost in a row of snow days, which took some Tuesdays away. So hopefully, students, that you are still on track for the third quarter to get your work turned in, because we're halfway through the third quarter. We are still going to highlight a different HBCU. I'm going to do a couple reminders, but before I do those reminders, let's go to another HBCU interview. Now, this young lady, she is in my sorority. She is dear and near to me. I'm really great friends with her mom, and she is one of my special sorors. And so we are going to turn it over to this HBCU interview for you. Hello, Mifflin Middle School. This is Miss Colson. I am coming back to you again with another HBCU interview. I hope you have been enjoying all the different HBCUs and all the interviews and all the different highlights that have been provided for you, but then also the tips that have been given to you as well. I have another special guest with us. We have Miss Akila. She is also a member of the best sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and she is going to introduce herself and then tell you what HBCU she attended and what was her major. Akila?
Hi, my name is Akila Kafele. I graduated from Gahanna Lincoln High School in 2015, which seems like a long time ago. And then I went to attend North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, which is located in Greensboro, North Carolina. I was there. I majored in Industrial Systems Engineering, and I recently graduated in May 2020. And now I currently live in Charlotte, where I work for a consulting company.
Great. So tell us why you chose an HBCU and what was your experience attending an HBCU?
So the reason why I wanted to attend an HBCU is just because I wanted to have an experience in which I would be surrounded by a lot of like-minded individuals and people who look just like me. Going to Gahanna Lincoln High School, there just wasn't a lot of African American or really just any minorities in a lot of my classes. And I wanted to have an experience where I would be able to basically be surrounded by Black people pretty much all the time. And so that's one of the main reasons why I chose an HBCU. And then my HBCU in particular, North Carolina A&T, is the number one. They graduate the highest amount of Black engineers. And because I wanted to go into engineering, I knew that this school would be a great choice for me to have that experience. As far as my experience at an HBCU, I honestly just had a lot of fun, but also learned a lot of good lessons. For me in particular, I just had an advisor in my department who was always looking out for me, always had my best interests at heart. And a lot of times at other schools, especially predominantly white institutions, you just might not have someone who looks like you or like your mom or your grandma who's really looking out for you and helping you. And she helped me to get different internships, different job and scholarship opportunities. And she was just a really big reason why I was able to get through. And then on top of that, I met a lot of great people. I didn't know anyone when I went down there. So I met a lot of great friends who I'm still friends with today. And I have a lot of resources just because of the school I went to.
Great, thank you. So what advice would you give a middle school student on preparing for deciding on what type of college or university to choose? I think a lot of times middle school students think that college is so far away and they don't feel like they should start planning or researching or looking into what college or university best fits them. So what advice would you give a middle school student right now?
The advice I would give to a middle school student right now would be to just continue to think about the things that you like and how you could maybe turn that into a career, and what those passions are. And then I also think about, there's so many different schools that you can go to. And I remember when I was in middle school, I didn't know that there were even any HBCUs in Ohio, and there are. So I would definitely just start with those Google searches to just see what's nearby and what's around, because most likely there's an HBCU for any type of major or any type of interest that you have. And you can go pretty much all over the United States to pursue some of those passions. So just kind of think about the things that you like and how you can maybe turn that into something for college, and then just start kind of Google searching and seeing how you can match those things up.
Thank you, Akila. That was some great advice. Students, I hope you were taking notes. Remember what I said, whenever we have a guest or a speaker, you should be taking notes. Every day we've had a different interview highlighting a different HBCU. So hopefully you are going to start doing your research and investigating what HBCU that has a major or something that you're passionate about, so you can start investigating that. Thank you, Akila, for taking time out of your busy schedule to have an interview with me. And remember, Mifflin, we're going to come back at you again with another HBCU interview. Thank you. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you are taking notes, students. One thing that Akila said to me after our interview was, I wish we had this in high school and middle school. She attended Gahanna-Lincoln High School, and there was another young lady that attended Gahanna-Lincoln High School that went to Howard, and they just referenced their school experience of going to school with people that didn't look like them and didn't have teachers that looked like them. And so she said to me, I'm glad that someone is thinking about this and exposing students to college early, and then also to HBCUs. So please make sure that you are taking notes and that you are going and investigating these different schools. Now, this Monday, students, if you were on honor roll, we need for you to check your email. You should have received an email from Ms. Blake last week to verify your address. We want to mail your certificate and gift home, but we cannot mail it home if we don't have the correct address. So please check your email if you made the honor roll. Respond back to Ms. Blake so we can make sure that we have the right mailing address, not email address. We want to mail your certificate and your prize home. Now, we've been hearing a lot about, are we coming back to school? What does that look like? What day? I want to keep saying it. You need to start getting prepared in the event that they say middle and high school students are coming back to school. Mifflin Middle School, we are a uniform school. We are a dress code school. I've been saying it all year. If you are new to Mifflin, or if you are a returning student, you need to make sure that you have the proper uniform when the event that we do come back to school. Now, I want to break down the uniform for you. Our uniform here is button-up collar shirt, no logo of any kind, white, navy, and light baby blue. The bottoms are Oxford bottoms for boys and girls. The color of the bottoms are black, khaki, and navy. No jeans of any kind, no sweatpants, no joggers, no cargo pants or shorts, no leggings, no jeggings. Please make sure to check Mifflin Middle School website to get more details about our uniform, because all students must be in the proper dress code when and if we return back to school this year or in the fall. So please make sure, parents and students, please don't wait till the last minute. Let's start planning now to make sure your child is prepared and ready to go in the proper uniform, because we want students to be dressed for success. Also, we have a lot going on this week. We have OELPA testing. We have testing for our English language learners. Thank you to all the parents and the guardians, the grandparents, the aunts and uncles, sisters and brothers that transported your child to Mifflin last week. We tested several students last week, but this week, February 22nd, starts the first week that the district is going to be providing transportation. Please make sure if you have questions about testing, if you are an English language learner, please contact the school or please reach out to Miss Obishi-san, which is Miss O, Miss Bartow, Mrs. Kitchen-Smith, and Mrs. Ross, or Mr. Marrero, or myself. Please email us if you have any questions. We are sending out, the teachers have already sent out the bus information, because if you are seeing this video, that means you might not be at a bus stop, because transportation has already started. So please make sure busing is going to be coming every day, that you know which stop that you need to go to in order to catch the bus. We are going to provide breakfast and lunch for all the students that come up here for testing. Now, I got another reminder. Parents, if you have a technology issue, and this is big because there seems to be some type of gap in the communication, or we forgot what the process was here at Mifflin Middle School. If you have a technology issue, a Chromebook is broken, it stopped working, you must schedule an appointment to come to the school. You cannot just drop by the school. You must schedule an appointment. The district has stated no visitors are allowed in the building. There must be scheduled times to make sure that we are practicing social distancing and that we explain to you what the process is. If your son or daughter has broken their device or it has stopped working, when you call to schedule an appointment, you are going to drop that device off. It's going to take up to 72 hours for someone to look at the device to let you know whether or not it was broken, damaged, what the fees are before we issue you another device. Please do not just come to the school. Someone is here every day, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Please call the school to schedule an appointment. Hotspots. Hotspots are one per household. Please make sure if you need a hotspot, you must schedule an appointment. Call the school to get in touch with the right person so we can schedule an appointment for you to come up here. We need to make sure that everyone is communicating in a respectful manner via telephone, via email. The technology, you must have an appointment. It takes up to 72 hours to get a new device. So please, if you have any questions about the technology procedure, please call the school. Please do not drop by. We must have scheduled appointments. Okay, and last, Mifflin Middle School is no longer a Wednesday food site. Please make sure you check the district website. I know in the north area by Mifflin Middle School, Mifflin High School is a food site, Beechcroft High School, and Northland High School. But please check Columbus City Schools website to see what food site is close to you. And also, Howard Recreation Center is now a learning center. I will send out an email reminder and flyer on how you can sign your child up to attend Howard Recreation Center, which is one of our learning sites. And don't forget, most importantly, everyone achieves, no exceptions, no excuses.
You want a bag, you get a bag.